I begin by waking up quite early in the morning, at around a bit past 5. I let sunlight wake myself up, so no alarm here. Here you can see me stumbling to get my watch off, so it's 10 past 5 now. Pretty normal time that I usually wake up. Time to make my bed. I usually do this in the morning. Does it improve my life? I don't think so, but it's always nice. First thing I do in the morning then is fill up my water, and then I go outside where I can just take in the cityscapes. I really just like to watch the world go by for a bit. Makes me think, makes me reflect. Also, stay hydrated. Next up is a shower. Here I did one of those cool vlogger thingies where you like switch, although it's still very obvious that the sun has risen since I started showering. Always shower in the morning. I can't work if I haven't showered. It's now 5:40 a.m. and it's time for me to start my workday. First thing I do now is I first go through my emails. Because of the time zone difference I have now between Japan and Belgium, basically when I sleep, the rest of the team is working, and now I have like 28 emails from GitLab saying that someone has commented or something has changed. So I first go through that so I keep up to date with what's the team doing. And then the next thing I do is I open our GitLab and look at the issues there are. Now, I've already planned what I'm actually going to be doing, but I always like to take an extra look to see if anything new has been assigned, which in this case it hasn't. So for now, I'm going to start with 3D modeling because we have the gondola station, and now I still need to make the actual gondola that goes inside of the gondola station, basically. I'm gonna start working on that. Recently I've been finally learning how to use textures, so I'm hoping that I can use some cool textures as well instead of just solid colored blocks everywhere. That was a big problem I had with how I was modeling. So let's go! So now we're about 10 past 7 and I'm starting to get a bit hungry, so I figured that now would be a good break. I got myself some onigiris, protein bar and a banana to have my breakfast. So yeah, I just did 1.5 hours of work. I don't really know fully how I'm modeling the gondola. I'm not really happy with it yet, but I'll see how it turns out. I'll have breakfast now and then I'll continue working on it a little bit. We'll see how it turns out. I never know how to open these correctly. So you have to like unwrap this and then you pull on them. Oh, this one goes. Ah, perfect. Man, just listen to that crunch. Also, don't judge me, I don't know why I ate this banana really weirdly. It's because it's so tiny, so I couldn't really peel the skin off well. Next up, it's some protein time. Also, why do I eat these bars so weird? Why can't I leave them in the wrapper? And there's the magic of video editing for you. This bed is positioned really weirdly. I always have to climb over it if I want to go outside, which is time to go back outside and just stare outside into the vast world again and contemplate my life, basically. Also, they have double doors in Japan, which I always find quite funny. And here we have the new version of the gondola. Shout out to Blender for me not having saved like an hour of work and losing it all. So it's exactly 12 right now. I didn't plan this. I just finished making the gondola building, or well, make the gondola as well as the abandoned gondola that you need to unlock. So I'm getting a bit hungry, so I'm gonna make a simple noodle dish now. So welcome to Cooking with Marnix. So one of the things that surprised me in Japan is that cooking is actually quite expensive. So I don't cook that often. Now, when I do cook, it's quite basic, like here, it's just some noodles, some green onion, some meat, basically, and then some sauce. Point, as I said, was just more to fill me up than to have something really scrumptious, because if I had to leave the house to get some food, it always takes a bit longer. And I also like cooking, so I guess it's just a bit rewarding. Also, I don't know why, but I feel like Japanese food, even though I don't do anything special with it, still tastes better if I cook it than compared to home. So, time for dishes, and then it's time to go and leave the house. So I'm actually going to meet up with someone. But first I'm gonna head to a local Starbucks to work from there for about an hour or two, as I still have some work that I don't really need to be super focused for, so I like to just leave the house a bit as well. So I'm taking the train to where I'm gonna be meeting my Japanese friend later today. We're going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy and also just have some good Osaka food. So here's me walking to the place. Well, first the Starbucks, and then it's time to work. Shout out to Steam. We had some issues with our pictures that were not uploaded. And now it's time to go to the cinema.
Good evening, everyone. I'm gonna see if I can wrap this up quickly. I don't know how much I've been narrating. Basically, I just got back from meeting up with the Japanese guy. It was a really fun evening. Saw Guardians of the Galaxy, great movie. Had some really good food, so I'll just narrate what the rest of this video should probably be. I'm gonna go home now. It's about another 10 minutes walk. After which I'm just simply gonna get home, brush my teeth, get ready for bed, basically. Plan what I'm gonna do tomorrow still, so I wake up knowing what to do. And then it's sleepy time because it's already 20 past 10 right now, which is much later than, or not much later, it's later than when I usually sleep. So thanks for sticking by. I didn't know how this video has ended up. Hope you enjoyed something. We make game dev related content here twice a week. So if you're new, you can subscribe. It's a variety of stuff, including things like this, but also explaining content or explaining game dev related topics. So if that's something you're interested, be sure to subscribe. There was a train going over me. Should be calmer now. So yeah, if you haven't, wishlist our Game Forge Industry on Steam, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.